Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer, and this obviously is Endless Space. Now, this is not going to be the longest videocast ever, because I am a little bit fatigued and very much so hungry and, well, and I almost forgot to start up my timer, but that's the old and obvious stuff. So anyway, I did some stuff off camera. Actually I did quite a lot because loads of my systems had no production queued up. I changed that. Most of them have Planetary Institute incorporated into them in some places. And yeah, I was also supposed to say why I'm making this videocast, even though it's not going to be the longest one, but it doesn't really matter. The reason is, well, it is Friday already and I just realized I only made a single cast this week, which is pretty pathetic, no matter how you look at it. Anyway, let us finish the movement of our fleets. No! Yeah, I know that last time I did queue up this guy to go back to Spark, but when I was queuing up my stuff, I changed my mind. I decided that first I want to go to Macro, make sure that those parts are gone, and only then start actually caring and worrying about those parts over here. So that my Make Baby ships would have, you know, free way to expand whenever I so choose. Unfortunately, I did not realize that I have some movement scheduled, which is annoyingly bad. Anyway, also my scouty ship happened to meet some pirates, and oh great, they have beams, I have no shields. So that would be the end of my trusty scouty shippy number one. That was not even funny. As usually my casts are not. Anyway, yeah, I did lose a ship right there, and there is another cute little constellation with only 2 sisters in it. Let's have a quick look at them. Nihao, it's not the best, but it's not too bad. It has 5 planets, it could be worse. Scorpios is much worse. Andromeda though, still, I remember gazing upon it the first time I've seen it. Anyway, there isn't really much for us to do this particular turn, except for adjusting the tax rate, because right now we are losing dust, but our approval is at fervent and ecstatic 100% all across the board, except for our whole system, which is at 92%. Yeah, right. You see why I went for this thingy? It is pretty self-explanatory, is it not? Now I can do just this. No, I cannot really do that, but you know, almost something as crazy as putting tax rate to 100% would pass through. Anyway, what do I want to do is set it up to 50%. It's still quite a lot, I would imagine, if I were the one who is paying the taxes, but apparently my people are just fine with it, and yeah, I'm still getting a fervent Empire approval. In fact, I could go even higher with a fervent Empire approval, but I also want my whole system to be happy, to boost its food, industry, science, and dust. I mean, food, industry, science, but no dust production. There we go, that's how it works. And that's about it. Still, I did not meet anyone other than Hishio, which is why I'm sad that this Scottish ship has been destroyed. I am half tempted to send a strong fleet out this way, but let's be honest, it's not gonna work out too well. I do have to get rid of those pirates. But then again, I need desperately to start signing some alliances, because it does take a long time to convince somebody that it is actually worthwhile to sign up an alliance with you or something. So what I'm going to do is use Ondor, which is apparently the system to make ships, and make a couple of benevolent ships just after I make sure that they are upgraded. If they need to be... Hey, get back here. I hate when I misclick on the right mouse button, but it happens. So yeah, they have the best engine imaginable. They have torpedoes, which are not really that useful. I would much rather make sure that they are a little bit better protected against beams. And it's still not going to be the most powerful ship ever. I'm kinda considering to change the ship design to Phoenix one, but this would cost more, but it would maybe possibly survive. You know what? Let's leave this thingy, go into the Phoenix. Now the optimal ship design in this case would be a battle cruiser, or whatever they are called, that decreases the cost of defense modules, and you could use that to slip past the pirates. Actually, then again, hold on. I just realized that if they are stationed here, there's no way I'm going to be able to slip past them, because maybe they changed it, the devs I mean, in the past or something, but now I never, let me say that again. I never seem to be able to go to an uncharted system if there's already a, detected system nearby that I can run to, unless the detected system is an enemy system. So I'm pretty sure that if there are pirates on Heka, which is very likely, then I will just lose that scouting ship. And the reason why I say this is likely, well, simple. Firstly, the system is unoccupied, so nobody captured it yet. Secondly, there is still an exploration event on this white... It's not sun, it's star! Or dwarf, or whatever. Okay, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Which means that nobody has ever visited this other than pirates. So if I were to place a bet, I would guess that this is another two-system constellation or something along those lines. Maybe actually a little bit bigger because... yeah, I have a feeling that's actually a little bit bigger, but still pretty much impossible. So what I'm going to do is find another productive system. How productive is Micro? Not productive enough, so I'll use Athena to do what I want, and this would be make more benevolent ships after yet again upgrading them, or actually just making Phoenix into the scouting ships. It might not be the best idea, it's just something I never tried and want to have a go at it. Because I do not really care about doing damage to those pirates, I just want to survive long enough to be able to escape from the system and keep exploring, which would be nice. Now, unfortunately, this ship doesn't really give me any bonus to any modules I'm using, which is kind of a downside to this whole affair, but you know what, I think I can sacrifice one more depleted armor, because kinetics are not really all that effective in long range phase, and I do want this ship to not cost a lot of stuff. How are we going to call it? Oh man, oh, let's call it Charity. Right, so I have Charity designed, and what do I want to do with that? I guess I'll just plump it right there, and yeah, it's going to take forever to get this one, if returns are considered forever. You know what, just because I can, I am also going to plump to make sure that I also make another benevolent ship. And you know what, since they are going to die anyway whenever they meet pirates, let's just get rid of every single bit of this junk, just leave them with lossless fusion pods, and now I should be able to get it in a single turn. No? No. Well, in this case, hey, get it back here! In this case, I am willing to postpone the magnetic field generators. They are very powerful and important upgrade, don't get me wrong, but I really desperately want to get my scouting ship as soon as possible. So that's what I'm going to do. Anything else that I need to take care of this turn? Doesn't really look like it, so how about we just end it while I pour some juice into my glass. I just realized that so far... Oh! Galactic Government. I have no idea what this achievement is supposed to be, so I guess I will check that in a moment when I stop pouring my juice into my glass. Also, so far, this is the only cast that let me say that again, because I'm failing with English today, if you have not guessed already. So far, this is the only cast of my Templars playthrough in which I have not sung. But don't worry, or rather do worry, because I intend to change it in a relatively close future. So anyway, there are the parts orbiting Libra, being annoying as always. Fortunately, Libra, I don't think it was... Actually, did give me quite a nice amount of science, because Templars... Hey, get back here. Because Templars, yeah, look at that. Plus 5 science per population planet. This is huge. That's why Templars are so awesome. And this is also very problematic, because with pirates orbiting the system, I gain 0 science. Which is something I said a long time ago. It should be like 95 or 90% reduction in science production, not just flat out 0. I mean, I imagine that during the war, there is even bigger emphasis on trying to get more research done to defend yourself, even though it is more difficult, so obviously you do not get it done as fast as usually, but you do everything you can to get some research done and maybe develop this Death Star or something. That's just my point of view on this issue. I understand why it was made, don't get me wrong, but, you know, yeah. Anyway, Benevolence is ready. Now, there are most likely pirates over here, so what do? I could go through the Hisho systems. The risk being there are Hishos over there, but there is only a slight risk of this happening, while it is almost certain that there are pirates somewhere in the link system. Question is, can I actually go from Micro before the pirates land there? The answer is no, I cannot. That's nice. Anyway, let's keep sending my ships to wherever they wanted to go. Right, and what else? Advanced fusion power is ready, that is pretty nice, I'm not gonna lie. You just stay and do so, because if the Panzers are going to stop at marker, I will be in a lot of trouble. And you are the last Mega Baby Stunt warship, if I'm not mistaken, and I do not believe I am, so I can just move it right over there. And also redesign my Freedom ship, because it is very important that it has the newest shield design, which is going to be far more effective than anything I had in place previously, as it usually is with flat-out upgrades. Anyway, anything else? There was something else I wanted to do, wasn't there not? Actually, maybe there was not. Let's have a quick look, see, right here. No, everything is being created as I wanted to, so it's all good. Iena is at strike for whatever reason. What happened? Plus 20 plus yada yada. What? Why is it on strike when everything else is like, yay! 80 from Empire minus. Why do those guys hate expansion approval so much when everybody else seems not to care about it? Where is Iena anyway? It's right over there. So why the F is it so disapproving of overpopulation? No, expansion disapproval. That's really strange. I just noticed, it did just turn into a colony system. Maybe it had some kind of influence, but it still makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, me and the guys always kind of laugh at this overexpansion disapproval. I mean, who would not want to live in a big empire? Maybe, though then again, now I'm having those second thoughts. Maybe if people know the history of Roman Empire or whatever this equivalence of a Roman Empire was for the aliens, then I guess they could be afraid that an empire too big could be potentially prey to some barbarians and stuff, but still I'd rather live in a big country than a small one. Reasoning behind this being that a big country at least has a chance to defend against attackers, while a small one is usually not in such a great position. As a big country, you at least have a chance. In this empire, in this case, not a country but an empire. Anyway, let us keep moving, and the pirates obviously did decide to block this. Hate you. Hate you so much. I wish I knew the lyrics to 21 Hate You, because I would sing them right now. Actually, I would probably not, because I would not bother to do so. I could be bothered to sing Sonia today. Maybe some of the other groups that I like, for example, Secret, Godsmack, Skankanansi, Porcupine Tree, or what was the last one I like? There was one more. Riverside, there we go. But anybody else, I would probably not really bother, because I don't know why. I guess this is fun loyalty? Don't know. It's kind of stupid actually when you think of it. I should hold no regards when learning new lyrics. Not like I'm going to ever sing them. I think we're going to a loop right now. So let's just stop this argument with my very own self, because it is stupid and pointless, and just keep playing the game. Obviously the pirates being annoying as always, and I have no fleet to stop them because I did not rearrange the schedule of this fleet. And now it is going to take forever for them to actually reach any pirates and do anything to them. But, well, pirates above Mikor are a bad thing indeed, but I can deal with it because this system was mostly here for just being here. While on those two systems, yeah, they really should not be blockaded by pirates. Very annoying that they spawned. Still, if I could undo what I did, for example by restarting the video, which I do not want to do, then I would probably just change the queue and make sure that I take care of those pirates, because they are the ones that annoy me most right now, because they do not disallow me to expand to those two systems, which would be great, because no more pirates ever in this constellation, and I would already start getting some benefits from those systems. Still, what was this thingy? I don't remember. It was either the ship production one or the one that gave you sight and vision range. One of the two, I'm not entirely convinced. Anyway, this is clearly going to be a big science hub for me. 2 heliums, yeah! One of antler rings, which is going to be even more awesome. Small lava is going to boost it as well, because, you know, industry to science conversion, this kind of stuff is going to be nice. Orion is very nice as well. I really like this system. Not too big, but not too small either. Anyway, OMG, come on! You should keep expanding, and of course they have no pirate problems. Of course they might, they probably just kill them with their fleet, which is something I would like to do to charge up my Bushido bonus, but unfortunately this is not really what I'm capable of doing. Right now all I do is just run around chasing those cast pirates rather than anything else. Anyway, let me rest for a second while I drink my juice, thank you. Ooh. Boy, this is tasty. Did they just declare war on me or something? Oh no, peace. Yes! I did not see this one coming, I am so happy. You know what is going to happen? F all the other races in the entire universe. I don't care about them. Have a finger from me, right? We are two the most powerful military-wise races in the universe right now. And we are at peace, which means that I'm going to do everything I can to sign an alliance agreement with my good friends Hishu. You know what that means, do you? It means that we are going to have the most powerful fleet that the universe has ever seen, and there's nothing that can virtually stop us. Which also means that the pilgrims are going to die. Non-cherry officer, man officer, run, pilgrim, pilgrim, run, run. I'm so bad at singing, it's just pathetic. But I like trying nevertheless. Maybe one day I'll find a specific tone that fits my voice? Maybe? Probably not. I have a feeling there is no such tone and I'm just stuck with my pathetic voice forever, not being able to sing anything that is remotely decent, ever, but you know, maybe. Maybe I'll also one day sign into some kind of singing school, so then I'll still not be a good singer, but at least you wouldn't die each time I try to sing. It would not be good, but it would not make you bleed or anything. It would be bearable. Anyway, adding incense is a very nice luxury resource. I mean, as you can see, it gives you bonus approval, loads of science, which this is aberrant, it gives you loads of science anyway, and it increases your invasion power on Empire, which is also something I personally very like, especially with Hishu trade. However, barons have no industry and no food, which would be very, very infuriating, I guess. Well, not really infuriating, and mildly annoying when you try to build up a new system. So I read all the way across the sky. It has Hyperion for extra science, even though I do not care about it on a system that is barely developing, but it does have some production and some food, which is better than none. So yeah, there's my reasoning. And now I have 4 units of Hyperion, which is nice. It gives me an abundance, which basically lowers the cost of all modules using Hyperion. Very, very useful indeed. Now you yourself start with Planetary Institute, because this is an awesome thing indeed. Yep. Takes just as long as any other tier 1 upgrade, except it is a flat out upgrade to everything. It does not scale with time, but in my opinion, you have to go for Planetary Institute. I mean, it's so cheap and gives you so many bonuses, this would be utterly stupid for you not to do so. In my honest opinion, at least. Now, you may also think that it is a little bit lame that I'm going to be at peace with Hishu rather than at war. No worries, if you really want me to try and kill them, I might change that in the future. It's not like I am unable to do so. I can break the peace treaty any day of the week. What? Oh yeah, it's not listed, it's just like that. But I can easily declare war on them in the next after the 5 turns pass. So if you really want me to fight with them, then I can do so. But reason being why I did agree to peace with them is because 1, I want to be awesome and actually win this game. 2, if I were not to do so, they would conquer Mikro. I mean, this fleet, I probably could beat it with my main fleet, but it would take forever for me to get to Mikro. They would have conquered it by then, and this would be bad. Of course, if I were to conquer it back, then it would be awesome, because it would charge up my Bushido bonus. I have not thought about that, but this could be very much too late. Also, I'm pretty sure the Hishu have a very scary fleet that I'm just not yet ready to fight. Anyway, maybe it's not war. Actually, I just realized my good friend Hishu also... Yes, they got rid of the pirates from me! I just realized. Wow, guys, I'm starting to like you. Like, really? That was unexpected. Wow. Things are turning up to be a-okay, which is fine by me. Soon I'll also have a much bigger fleet with some freedom fighters that are going to wreck this place, which I'm going to love immensely, and everything is going to be so good and jelly, and so on and so forth. Anyway, dear Ita. Where is Ita and there is Omdor? Well, I know where Omdor is and I do know where Ita is, so those two systems need to take care of themselves. Yeah, those two. I cannot do anything about Aurora Waves or EMF radiation. Actually, I can deal with Aurora Waves, so let's have a quick look. Aurora Waves. Gleaming multicolored auroras last all day and night, moving eerily across the surface of the planet. Through their properties are greatly appreciated by residents and tourists, the electromagnetic residue is a headache for scientists. So now when we get rid of them, the description changes, which I really like about this game. There's just so much text for you to read. I'm a low nerd and I like reading text. Which is kinda annoying when you make videocasts because you usually cannot read text, which is why I do so purposefully right here. So, new text is: there are a number of well-understood tasks that can be done to remove planetary anomalies. Filtering the atmosphere... Oh, wait, that's just a general thing that is set for everything... for every anomaly that you try to remove. But after we actually remove the anomaly, the text will change, which is pretty awesome, basically. Enumeration, I cannot do anything about that, but I can explore the moon, which is very, very nice indeed. Also, those are two tinies, so I can go for endothermic extractors. Thank you very much. That was kinda creepy laugh, was it not? I do not care, I just like it when I like it. I think that's the most honest thing you can say, that you like something when you like it. I mean, it's kinda obvious, but it is just the gist of it, is it not? Anyway, no moons on this system and not much for me to do. In fact, there's nothing for me to do in this system. In fact, I cannot even make ships because the blasted pirates, cut off my trade routes, which means that there is no titanium delivery to this system. And without titanium, I cannot make freedoms, no charity ships, and I do not care about any other ships. So in this case, what I'm going to do is most likely go for hardened framing because the system seems to be quite productive, and then I guess I'll just make more dust for now, because there's really much else for me to do. Much more for... You know what I'm trying to say and failing. You know. Shut up. Alright, anyway. Anything else I need to take care of? Well, Trim is maxed out, and Adana is as well. So, dear Trim, you need endothermic extractors. Thank you very much. And Adana is maxed out as well. How did that happen? Wow, why a fail? Anyway, I could go for endothermic structures, which might possibly be a beneficial idea. Then again, this planet has deserted cities, which is a really great anomaly, but it is a large Arctic, which would possibly decrease my approval a little bit. Then again, high gravity probably counters it. Yeah, it actually does counter it, so I would get a net zero of approval. So I could easily expand to a large Arctic, don't get me wrong, but there's always the but. Having more population on Terran is just flat out better because it does give you more industry this way, which is something that I like. So let's go for it. Charity, this is actually, yeah, that's a scouting ship, is it not? Let's create the fleet over then, and let's send this set Charity to this binary system. I am really curious what is over there, and I would like to see it for myself. Now, anything else before I understand doesn't really look like it. I keep gaining gold, which is, I mean dust, which is good. In fact, I'm going to lower the tax rate a little bit to increase the happiness on my home system, which is about to stagnate, so I need to take care of that. By colonizing the desert and getting meta-octagon, which is actually a very, very nice luxury resource, nothing bad about this one. Yes, please. Also, oh yeah, I need to discover all the moons and stuffs. But I can do so in the next turn, I believe. Also, you know what, I might actually do so off camera, and since, as I said, I was not planning on making this video too long, I'm just going to end it right here, then off camera next time I will queue up all the stuff that needs to be queued up, and we'll have a little bit more lively and more interesting stuffs happening, but now I'm kinda worried. So let us level our hero. So he gets super skilled, very, very nice. That's a very nice ability indeed, in case I have not said so a bajillion times already. And Harvester, I believe it required dust we're there, and another Dust Wielder, and yeah, there we go, Harvester, also giving guys access to both Illusion and Power Converters, both being very, very powerful battle cards. I'm all for that. Science-wise, yeah, I'm almost done with that, so let us queue up some more. After Optimize Logistics, what do I want? I probably want, yeah, I want Alien Security to be able to negotiate stuff with other races, and then Quantum Communications just to get a little bit more, you know, command points, which could be useful in the near future when I actually start engaging people. Also, however, I do want to be able to colonize... What? I am unable to colonize Baron? Really? I thought I am. Very strange, I could swear I am able to colonize Baron already, apparently not. So, I do want to be able to do so. Also, getting better... Oh, this does unlock space travel without wormholes, not too interested in that, not at the moment anyway. And... there was something else I wanted to get, but I don't quite remember what it was right now. Obviously I need better weapons, but for now they can wait a little bit. What I got so far is a pretty decent mix of science that is undergoing, so I'm all for that. Also, hold on a second, I did just get solar verification. So how on earth did I use... What? Wait, what? What? How? What? Oh, I guess this is... Alright, I see. Okay, this explains a lot. Unexpected event, your faction only. Lol, what? Sometimes chance and accident are as important to science as planning and research. This time, an unexpected discovery in the course of routine lab work has uncovered, wow, that's a strange sentence, an advanced technology. The bewildered technologist who did it is still not sure why it turned out this way. Well, I could care less, because the technology he gave me, I mean, it did say the best technology available is discovered. Certification, it was, well, it was the highest, the most expensive technology I could get, but it was also a very useful one. I mean, desert transformation, not maybe the best thing in the world, but extreme anomaly reduction, I rarely even get it because it is so expensive science-wise, and now I just got it for free, so I can get rid of anything I want. Wow! This is amazing, and I cannot stress it enough how beautifully amazing this is. I know I'm repeating the word amazing a little bit too often, but that's just how it goes. Sometimes you are amazed, sometimes you are amazed even more. That made no sense. Anyway, I believe this is time for me to say goodbye. So, it was PANCZASU, the mighty mix spammer. If you somehow managed to enjoy my rather peaceful and moderately boring cast, then please, by all means, do like it, maybe even subscribe to my channel if you wish to see more. Also, please leave a comment because they are helping me greatly and I like reading them. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you online.